Have you ever lain awake at night and felt like something inside you is slowly but inevitably breaking? The time is 3:17 a.m. You've lost count of how many times you've turned over. The pillow feels like stone, the sheet strangles, and the ceiling almost seems to stare back. Your body begs for sleep. It's exhausted. Your joints ache, your lower back throbs, your eyelids grow heavy. But your thoughts, they won't rest. They flutter and slam like a terrified bird in a cage. Memories of your children, past regrets, those who are no longer here. And the morning to come, just you, the kettle, and an empty kitchen. And silence. Such silence that you can hear your own heartbeat. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Millions of older adults around the world live through this silent nightmare every night. But the scariest part isn't the loneliness. It's not even knowing what this leads to. Insomnia after 60 is not just your body being picky or some normal part of aging like you've been told. It's a destructive biological malfunction, and its effects don't settle into your pillow. They embed themselves in your nervous system. Harvard Medical School conducted a large-scale study and confirmed chronic sleep deprivation in older adults accelerates brain aging by 5 years. 5 years. 5 years erased from your life. 5 years of lost memory, attention, and orientation. 5 years that could have been used to watch your grandson start first grade. And you may not even remember his name. And it all starts with one phrase. I sleep fine. Just sometimes it's hard to fall asleep. You know who used to say that? Nikolai, 68, a former engineer. Active, energetic, confident. He insisted that old folks don't need much, that he'd get through it, that complaining gets you nowhere. Until one morning, he collapsed in the bathroom. A complete blackout caused by accumulated nighttime stress. He woke up 2 hours later, on the cold tile floor, with a paralyzed leg. He's been living in a nursing home ever since. His children tried to help, but it was too late. He didn't know that in older age the brain loses the ability to trigger sleep naturally. He didn't know that lying in bed and waiting for sleep means slowly dying. Still think insomnia is just an inconvenience? It's not. It's a quiet, systemic enemy, destroying you from the inside, not with noise, with silence. Too many people open their eyes, not realizing their brain has already worn out for good. But what if I told you there's a simple way, in just 1 second, to send your brain the signal to sleep? No. It's not a sleeping pill, not meditation. It's a built-in mechanism you've simply forgotten. Most people only rediscover it when there's nothing left to save. Have you ever wondered what's really happening inside your brain when you haven't had a full night's sleep in days? Not just sleeping poorly, but not sleeping at all. Tossing and turning, going to the fridge, lying back down, all night long. You think you're just unable to relax, but inside, you're breaking down. This isn't just tiredness, not just aging, it's neural inflammation. Your nervous system is under attack. Every sleepless night causes microscopic beta-amyloid protein deposits to build up in your brain, the same substance now considered one of the key causes of Alzheimer's. This isn't speculation. These are facts from the U.S. National Institute on Aging. You can look it up. Here's what they say. Seniors with insomnia are twice as likely to develop dementia. Now imagine, 5 years from now, you're sitting in a chair, unable to remember your daughter's name, and she's standing there, eyes full of pain. You won't even notice when it begins. And it's not just the brain. Your whole body shifts into emergency overload mode when you rob it of sleep. Your heart overworks. Your blood vessels weaken. Your blood pressure spikes. Your immune system crashes, so every cold could become pneumonia, every fatigue a heart attack. And who's going to be there if it happens at night? Who will know you fell? Who will rush in when you don't pick up the phone? Your kids? They're not there. They're working. They have their own families. But you're their parent, and now their lives crumble alongside yours. Every time you brush off insomnia, you're not just hurting yourself. You're passing the burden on to the people who love you most. You'll force them to make a brutal choice between caring for you and living their own life. And it all started with, "I just can't fall asleep." But here's another kind of just. A simple act. 1 second. One precise signal to the brain. No pills, no chemicals. This is the method that helped Margaret, a 74-year-old widow who couldn't sleep for nearly a year after losing her husband. Today, she not only sleeps, she teaches watercolor painting in her neighborhood and reads books without glasses. Why? Because she took that first step. You think you still have time? That this can wait until tomorrow? That it's not that serious? That's an illusion. And it could cost you the most important thing, your ability to be yourself. Do you think your insomnia is just age catching up with you? That everyone has it? That it's just part of getting old? No, that's not true. That's a convenient lie you tell yourself, so you won't feel guilty, so you don't have to act, so nothing has to change. But lies don't heal. They just lull you until your body gives out. Old age is not a sentence. It's a condition that requires attention, not excuses. You don't have to become that exhausted, foggy person who can't remember why they walked into the kitchen. You can be different, but only if you stop ignoring the signals your body has been sending you for years. Sleep isn't just rest. It's the only time your brain cleanses itself of toxins that destroy neurons. It's when your liver clears out accumulated poisons. When your heart, overworked by day, finally gets a chance to slow down and recover. By depriving yourself of sleep, you're not just uncomfortable. You're deliberately wearing your body down, slowly but surely. And the scariest part? You get used to it. You get used to sleeping 4 hours a night, to waking up at 3 a.m. and not being able to drift off again, to mornings starting with a foggy head and heavy legs. Your mind adjusts, but your body doesn't. It keeps breaking down. Every night, while you stare at the ceiling, micro damage is happening. Vascular wear, neuron misfires, hormonal chaos. And it's all invisible, until it's not. Remember Tatiana Vasilievna, 79 years old, retired. She always said she never slept well, that it was normal. Until one day she passed out at a bus stop. No warning, no time to react. Doctors diagnosed a total system breakdown, exhausted nerves, weakened vessels, flare-ups of chronic conditions, all caused by years of insomnia. And just yesterday, she was walking to the store, calling her grandson. Are you really ready to risk ending up the same? And yet, the solution might be frighteningly simple. No sleeping pills, no expensive treatments, just one neurosensory trigger activated in 1 second. This isn't magic. It's a built-in function, a biological reflex, forgotten with age but still available to anyone with a brain and breath. This reaction shifts the body from stress to restoration. While you read this, someone else is already falling asleep peacefully. No pills, no panic, no consequences. But not you. And if you keep doing nothing, one day, you may not hear your morning alarm. Not because you didn't hear it, but because you never woke up. You don't have to live in fear. No one was born to meet each night with anxiety, or every morning with dread, wondering, how much longer can I go on like this? But when you change nothing, fear becomes a permanent roommate. It doesn't scare you anymore. It becomes part of you. It weaves into your habits, into the silence in your kitchen, into your blood pressure readings, into the dry mouth at 2 a.m. It whispers, "You're alone. You're tired. You're aging. It's normal." But it's not normal. It's the beginning of the end. If you do nothing. Loneliness doesn't begin with an empty apartment. It starts when you stop caring for yourself, with a sleepless night, with another evening telling yourself, maybe later, with a morning when you're afraid to look in the mirror. And it ends with an empty room. Yes, the one your children will clean out, whispering to each other, "Why didn't they say it had gotten this bad?" Your story doesn't have to end that way. Think this is fear-mongering? These are facts. This is what's already happening to tens of thousands of older adults who stayed silent, waited, postponed. You're choosing that every day you ignore the obvious. Your sleep isn't just poor. It's hurting you. But here's the twist. While some people lose years, others start small. With one simple nighttime trigger. That same 1-second trick that doesn't require pills, prescriptions, or pricey treatments. It's a breathing mechanism built into your body since birth. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest, recovery, and balance. It shuts down anxiety. It lowers cortisol, the hormone behind racing thoughts, insomnia, blood pressure spikes, and sudden morning panic attacks. It tells your brain, it's safe. You can sleep now. This isn't a miracle. It's biology. It's a chance. Thousands of older adults are already using it. Not in hospitals, not in clinics, but at home. No side effects. No dependency. They feel clarity again. Peace. Control. And you? You choose. Fear. Or action. Oblivion. Or awareness. Loneliness. Or waking up with the sense that you're truly living again, not just getting by. And if you've read this far, you've already taken the first step. Now take the second. Don't miss it.